and like the flocks that form, I think it can be like up to like this big or so. So that's a mini version, and you see with agitation, there's like snowflakes in there, and that would be what it looks like in our mixing basins. And the next one, the third one over, is the settling basin. So you can see there's a lot of stuff at the bottom there. So what happens is in the settling basin, there's room for the water to travel through, and the sediments, the flocks, settle out. And the next one is after filtration. So you see the difference in the sediments in the water. So after filtration, there's no more parts of the process after that remove the sediment. So it looks really good, but it doesn't have, there's still potentially bacteria in there because it hasn't been disinfected at all yet. And I'll just show you this neat display too. Our settling basin it's not just like a big bowl or whatever, big container of water. There's actually plates, diagonal plates that are in the settling basin, and they're there to improve the settling. So I'll just tip this upside down, and one will be straight and one will be on the angle. And you guys can tell me which one settles faster. Okay. So the one on the angle, I'll turn it back up. That was bad.
That's if it's vertical, the water and the sediment has to fight with each other.
Yeah, exactly, when it's going straight down, whereas it's easier for it to settle when it's on an angle. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So that's coagulation. Move on to filtration. So did you guys see the big column of solids that was just before the tour? There's a big column, and it had black stuff on the top, and then brown stuff, and then gravel. So that was a display of one of the original filters. So that big, rusty, corroded thing there, that's an example of what our original filter drains used to look like. So that would be at the bottom of the filters. And then on top of that would have been the gravel. So the gravel won't go through those little holes, but the water would. And on top of the gravel would be sand, so sand. And then on top of the sand would be the anthracite, so the black stuff on the top. So the difference is the gravel's the heaviest, it'll fall to the bottom the fastest, and then the sand's the second heaviest, and then the anthracite is the lightest. So, if you do a cross section of the filter, you'd see the drains at the bottom, the gravel, the sand, and the anthracite. And the water goes through from the top and goes through the anthracite, through the sand, through the gravel, and then out that drain out the bottom, and then into the clear well for disinfection. We've got a couple of these drains here. Technology, improvements, research has made us change things along the way. So I think that the clay one on the end there is from, I think, the 80s. Some of the filters have been, the media has been changed out and the drains replaced. And there's smaller holes in the top, so things got better. They did research and smaller holes in the top, so that meant that you could change the media above because it wouldn't go through. So bigger or smaller diameter gravel would have worked. And then these are our current ones, these metal ones. So we're changing out our filters for this improved one, and we don't even need gravel anymore because the sand won't go through those holes on the side. So the part here, hold on, let me just hold this up. So what happens is the water comes down through all that media and then through these little holes, and then it goes into, oh, wrong side. It goes in through this channel, and this channel brings the water to the clear well. So that's how the water gets out of the filter on the bottom. You don't see that though. You're going to see filters, but all you can see is you'll see black on the top, and that's this stuff, the layer on top.
What about the charcoal? Where does that go?
This apparently, we don't use it, but in some water treatment facilities, they can put it on top, and it's good for removing odors. So I don't think we use that though, as far as I know. Yeah. Great. So Josh is doing a little display here on chlorination. This is a very small scale version of our